In a small, peaceful colony, there lived a 15 years old girl named Hiba. She was quiet, shy, and different from other students. Hiba was not very intelligent in studies, but deep inside, she wanted to do something good in life. Every morning, she carried her school bag with hope in her heart. But the world around her made the hope weaker every single day. Whenever Hiba walked through the colony street, people whispered behind her back. Some women laughed and said, "Poor girl, she studied so much but still gets low marks." Children made jokes about her. Some copied the way he spoke in class just to make others laugh. Hiba heard everything, but instead of replying, she stayed silent and walked away with tears in her eyes.
Look at her, walking like she failed again.
Her parents must be so ashamed.
School was even more painful for her. One day, the teacher asked a simple question. Hiba stood up nervously, trying to answer, but she made a mistake. The whole classroom burst into laughter. One classmate whispers loudly, "She is such a slow learner." Another student laughed and said, "She always comes last." Hiba slowly sat down, trying hard not to cry. At that moment, she felt smaller than everyone else.
She got it wrong again.
Look, she's gonna cry.
I can't believe she's that stupid.
At home, things were not easy either. Relatives compared her with smarter children. Some family members said she will never bring good results. Others said maybe studies are not for her. Every criticism broke her confidence little by little. One night, Hiba sat alone in her room, staring at her books. Tears rolled down her face as she whispered, "Maybe I am truly useless." Brother Harun entered the room. He quietly sat beside her. He looked at her tear and said softly, "Hiba, do you know why strong people become successful?" She looked at him silently. Harun smiled and said, "Because they continue even when the world gives up on them." He handed her a pencil and continued, "You are not weak. You are only tired from fighting alone." For the first time in a long while, Hiba felt someone truly understood her. The next morning, Hiba woke up early. She started studying again, slowly, step by step. She practiced English, solved math problems, made mistakes, learned from them. Some days were hard, some nights she cried quietly, but Harun always reminded her, one step every day is enough.
I must improve my vocabulary. Success comes from repeated effort.
Months later, the school announced a speech competition. Nobody expected Hiba to participate. Even her classmates laughed when they heard her name. But this time, Hiba did not quit. She stood on the stage with fear in her heart, but courage in her eyes. And for the first time, she spoke confidently. When the results were announced, the entire school became silent. First position, Hiba. The same classmates who once mocked her were now clapped for her. Teachers smiled proudly. Even the people in the colony were shocked. That evening, Hiba walked through the same colony streets, but this time her head was held high. The people who once criticized her now praised her hard work. And as Harun looked at his sister proudly, he smiled and said, I told you, never let people decide your future. Sometimes the people who struggle the most become the strongest. Never laugh at someone's weakness. One kind voice, one person who believes in you can change an entire life. If you liked Hiba's inspiring story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more motivational stories that help us learn, inspire, and grow together.